Hi, Avneet. My name is Malika. I'm one of the hosts at Urban Nation. And thank you so much for speaking with me today about your new film that's coming out on Z5 Global.
Thank you. Hi. Nice to meet you, Malika.
You too. So just kind of jumping right in, what was the part of the script that really drew you to the film? Like, what was the part of the storyline that you felt like, okay, I want to be a part of this?
Okay, so I wanted to get into this the comedy genre since a really long time, and I wanted to I wanted to do something that you can watch with your family and sit in like or everybody can watch it together. So that's why it's a rom-com, but at the same time, it's a family comedy also, and it's a beautiful, beautiful script. It's written by an amazing writer, Raj Chandelier, and I have been wanting to work with him since a very long time. I have seen his projects in the past, and I wanted to be part of something like that. And the character itself is completely different from what I've done in the past, and I like experimenting a lot. So this is something that I wanted to do, and that's the reason why I said yes.
So that's perfect because it kind of takes me into your character. So, what is one word that you would use to describe her? Because watching the trailer and just seeing who your character is, she seems very, confident and bubbly and just like this huge personality. But because you've played her, what is one word that you would use to describe her?
I think what you used, a huge personality itself, it's something that I can use to describe her because she's so brave, she's so confident, she's so herself, she's outspoken, she wants to speak her truth, and she'll not wait for anybody and will not care about that. But at the same time, she's very responsible also. She loves her family. She takes care of her family also. So there are two sides of her. She does show that she's very strong, but at the same time, she is also very emotional when it comes to her family and her loved ones.
Yeah, and you can kind of see that in the script or in the trailer itself, right? Where there's those portions when she says, I don't, want an arranged marriage. I want a love marriage and I want to kind of move that forward. And that's really, interesting and important. And then it comes to the male lead, who is Sunny Singh. So what was it like for you to kind of work with him? Because he's already worked in these large, big fat Indian wedding type movies, and he has that experience. So what was it like working with him?
I think everyone in this film has an amazing experience. They're senior actors involved, and Sunny is an amazing actor. I love the way he is so effortless when he's acting, and he is so natural. And I love how his comic timing is so great. So I think he has really supported me throughout this film, and he has uh, been there and he's been a big support. And when I got to know him in his real life also, he is such a sweet, he's such a genuine person and such an honest person, honest to his craft. And I love that about him. And yeah, I think to be working with him was a really good step for me to because I wanted to do this comedy rom-com genre since a very long time, and he seems to be the expert in all that. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, after Sonu Ki Tuki Sweetie, I mean, that's like the biggest film in the
Because
rom-com genre, right? So definitely. And kind of going into what you said about working with senior actors, what was it like to work with Supriya Pathak? I mean, she plays your mom on screen. What was that experience like for you?
um whenever I work with the senior actors, I try my best to grab much as I can in terms of acting or the life experiences that they have had in their past. And talking about Supriya ma'am, I think she is really she's very elegant, she's a very elegant lady. And the projects that she has done in her past, I have always admired her for that. I have always admired her characters. Even if you talk about Ram Leela, I remember her character really stood out of that film, and I loved watching her in that. And I have been such a big fan of her work in the past. She belongs to such an amazing family. I mean, everyone in her family are such big, esteemed actors, and everyone has such an amazing experience. So yeah, I think she's a legend herself, and I had so many scenes with her. So I tried to grab as much as I could. I tried to grasp all that knowledge that she has. And yeah, I think I'm glad that I got a chance to work with her in my life.
So, did you guys have any like conversations on set while you were just waiting between filming scenes where you felt like, I can ask her these type of questions to learn more about the craft and just her experience in the industry?
I think yeah. She's a very elegant and she's a very sophisticated person, and
Okay.
I love that about her. And there were so many scenes that they used to have together. So she used to be very involved. I think that is something that is really important for an actor. When your
Mhm.
presence of mind isn't there, at the set, and you don't know what is happening, I think that's when things go a little wrong. But something that I've learned from her is that she was so involved and she was so in the moment. She used to she used to tell me a few things to do with my dialogue, or maybe if, she used to say that maybe, you can try this and maybe see how it's going to look. Maybe it's going to enhance the scene completely. So all these little tips from her I used to get, and I used to love them. And I think that really enhanced the scenes and made them better. So when you have someone with such an experience telling you and giving you a little tips, you should definitely use that, and you should be glad that you get a chance to work with somebody like that.
Yeah, and talking about experience, one of the questions that I have for you, kind of having watched your interviews and your work, what is a dream role? Like, if you could craft yourself a dream role, something that you really want to do, you were mentioning that you really wanted to get into the rom-com genre and then you were able to. So, if you could craft, this perfect role for yourself, what would it be like? And maybe what genre would it be in?
um Drama for sure,
Okay.
and something that is like obviously a women-centric role, something inspirational, something but at the same time something that people can actually relate to also.
Yeah.
A character that girls nowadays can relate to. I would love to play maybe a biopic of somebody, or maybe a character or of, I don't know, like a fictional character. I don't know, something that girls can relate to. And there's a book that I just read. I forgot the name, but she is an author, and there's a story in which there's this woman, and there's this girl, and her whole life. Uh, so the story is revolving around her and her life. I can't say much about it because I feel like, if I ever get the chance, I would love to play that character.
Okay.
Or I would love to be a director as well. I would love to direct that character as well. So yeah, I think something in that way, something little different. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that kind of a combination of different types of characters and different type of work,
Wow.
which is really interesting to kind of hear from, an audience perspective as well.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for speaking with me. I really appreciate it. And yeah, I'm really excited to watch the film. I've watched the trailer, so I'm excited to kind of watch a big fat, Indian wedding on screen again. I feel like we've been missing those type of films. So I'm very excited.
Yeah, I completely agree. And I hope that everyone watches it on the 14th of June, which is it's going to release globally on ZEE5 Global, and people enjoy it and they can watch it with their families also. So, yeah, and I'm really excited for you to watch it as well.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm very excited to watch and just, put it on screen and see all the wedding vibes because I feel like this is the season for it. So it's perfect.
Complete.
Um, so thank you.